You got a red dot there. Hey, welcome back, America. You know,
it's a 10-point game.
I got to tell you, these sessions with Yoda, Jobu, I'm just telling you, the knowledge, the cunning, the whatever you want to call it, the cunningness, the whatever it is, the apprenticeship. I don't know, the mentorship. The mentorship maybe is the words I'm looking for.
The development.
Development. Yes.
Always development.
Yeah, because you can't stop developing. Once you think you've learned it all, you're done as a person, and you should never think that.
The evolution.
Yeah, there you go. That's even better. And Yoda and Jobu,
flat out growth.
That too. Yoda and Jobu don't plant things that die. They just don't do it.
The uprising.
Yeah, the uprising. So anyway, segment 3.
I wonder if anybody watching that understood what happened.
If they haven't turned it off, they're dying laughing on the floor. What the fuck are these two idiots talking about now?
And we don't know.
We don't. This is the sad part. So anyway, this is IDV for those of you in the know. I don't disagree. The competitive / bitter, angry sports banter from rival New York Boston fan bases. That is the redoubtable one himself, Thomas Izzo, the highly questionable Arjun Miliaccio. We have our first ever top 10 worst coaches in sports list for you this evening. This is a bonus, if you will. And that's why it got its own segment, because we've never come up with a list like this before. And the funny thing is that if we ever thought about it, this would have happened a long time ago. But because that list has probably been there for a while. In fact, we're probably going to be fighting about who's all in it. So, which is going to make it even better. No, he's dumber than him. No. This guy's even dumber than that.
See, I think we should do it based on dumbest coaching decisions.
But I would guarantee that every one of the coaches on this list are repeat offenders. There's the brain fart, and that happens.
I think there's more bad decisions than there are bad coaches.
But then there's it's like if you keep making these mistakes over, at some point you have to look in the mirror. If it's a one-off, and that can happen too, I get it. But if they keep happening, and they seem to be getting worse. Which I guarantee there's 3 or 4 coaches that we're going to give you an example of that. So,
but I like the idea of thinking about the top 10 like worst moments, because then we could have
dumbest moments.
The same coach could be on the list multiple times.
Well, and that would wouldn't that shape the next top 10?
Sure. But I think it'd be harder to list 10 coaches as opposed to 10 moments, because there's so many moments. Because all the dumbest coaches give us multiple moments.
I mean, look, going to this Pete Carroll with not trying to when we have Marshawn Lynch, who's your best weapon. I mean, believe me, they're out there. They're fucking out there. I mean, there's Grady Little leaving Pedro in there in 2003. I mean, they're out there. Okay? So, I don't know. If you want to do that, we can do that. We do the dumbest decisions in our lifetime, because, we'd probably be
I think sitting Taylor Heineke to put in Carson Wentz. And at the same time not knowing
that's where you ask the question. If you don't, what are you on dope? Why would you make that decision? And everybody who is on dope is laughing at it because they're on dope, and it's even funnier when you're on dope. But it's just,
that's grounding.
Yeah. Don't look now, America, but Colorado is not cakewalking. They're not high-stepping. They're not showing off any watches. Right now, the 29-point lead has been reduced to 10, and Colorado is seems like they're trying to give them the ball back for another try.
It seems like they can't run the ball, and they just keep dropping back.
He's well in the blocks. That's close. The rule is he's got to be within 10 feet of the...
Shador takes a lot of hits.
Yeah, he's got to be within 10 feet of the
he's got to get it back to the line of scrimmage, too.
Yeah. He was not outside the tackle box. This could be a big 15-yarder.
No question.
Deion Sanders looks a little concerned, and he should be.
Even if you're outside the tackle box, you still have to get it to the line of scrimmage.
Not too long ago, this looked like they were going to drop Hank 50 on him, and now...
I told you I didn't think they were going to have
a tale of two halves, America. Anyway, so top 10 worst coaching decisions. Now, I'm a decade older than him, so I've probably, I've seen a couple more things that I remember that he probably doesn't. That's fair. But I'm pretty sure that there'll be this top 10 list is not going to be. The only difficulty is leaving some off that could also be on there. It might even be a 20 list. But I would say, we'd mentioned the Grady Little Pedro Martinez fiasco in 2003.
That was bad.
That was pretty fucking stupid. And when he was at his limit, and he actually wasn't at his limit. And he took him out, and they ended up losing him when he looked like he had juice left. The Red Sox fans never forgot that. They never forgot, even after 2004, which was unbelievable. They've never forgot that 2003 because they thought they should have repeated. They should have 5 World Series this decade. That's the one. That's kind of like with the Patriots, where they benched Malcolm Butler.
That's terrible.
The best. This is like that. So, in any event, that's another one. It's like, I don't know. Give me one. Think of something New York.
It's hard for me to think about coaching decisions.
The Mets. There's a man that just got fired by them. He's had his share in his brief time there.
I know, but like it's funny though because I thought it would be easy to come up with 10 bad coaching decisions.
You can come up with 10 bad coaches, because you know why? There's so many.
I think you're right. I think coaches might be easier.
It's easier because I said everybody on that list is a repeat offender.
Yeah.
I seriously,
trying to think of the specific moments is actually hard.
If we could probably come up with 10 and then we can arrange them. Then we could think about it a little bit. But I'm telling you right now, if I got a top 10 list right now, the first guy on the list just off the top of my head is that dickhead in San Diego, Daniel Staley. This fucking clown should have been fired 4 times already. Okay, fourth. This is where I agree with Bill Belichick. This is where analytics has gone too far. Okay, because honestly, this motherfucker, it could be 4th and 25. Okay, and he's on his 5. Okay, and the other team fucking has the 07 Giants front 4. Okay, fucking this dickhead will not punt. He'll fucking go for it.
What are some times where the coach has admitted they didn't know what was going on?
Well, that's your boy Rivera. Well, Sean Payton didn't know the downs the other night. Payton. By the way, this dude, if I'm driving the Bill Belichick, he's driving the Sean Payton one. He's the conductor on that train. Dude,
dead on with
he is pulling coal from hell, the depths of hell, to keep that train running. Just like he is coaling it up.
I called that from the start of the season.
Yeah, he did. He has hated this man. Like you'd think he ran over his dog.
Yeah, I guess
there is a hate there. I don't think it. No, look, what he did was
like
just
the condescending tone.
This is the one that he will not let go of.
How condescending he was.
And by the way, Sean Payton isn't giving him any reason to let go of it because of these bumbling bonehead decisions he seems to keep making. So and then he does it. He doubles down and he bitches out in public about something else, and that blows up in his face.
What does he bitch about?
He first he said there's obviously there's Nathaniel Hackett, but then he's bitching about Russell Wilson. Well, Russell Wilson before last night had 11 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions.
When was he bitching about Russell Wilson?
Saying how he needs to stop kissing babies and blah, 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 blah.
Earlier in the season.
And Russell's having statistically a very good year.
Yeah. Well,
Russell's not the reason they're losing.
I think I saw he has the 4th highest QBR.
He did. He had last night was his first game, bad game of the season, really. And again, it was against the reigning Super Bowl champions in their house. You got to crucify him for that. How many other quarterbacks have pooped?
And they lost 19-8?
Yeah, they were actually in the game. The defense actually showed up.
Travis Kelce had like 50 catches.
He went off, but nobody else did.
They couldn't score.
No, they couldn't score. In the red zone, they held them. I'll tell you what. Whoever came up with that defensive game plan for the Broncos, hey, you just fucking earned your money. And because that's not an easy defense to hold them to 19 points, and your offense did nothing.
Right.
That's pretty impressive by them. I thought that was the most impressive thing I saw. But
people are going to be looking at that film.
But fucking, Sean Payton bad-mouthing Russell Wilson, and then he's going off. So, almost like he was trying to set him up to be the scapegoat if things went south, and now he really can't.
Well, he had 2. He had Nathaniel Hackett,
yeah,
and then he had Russell Wilson.
Right off the bat. And then the other night, he didn't know what down it was. He calls the timeout at the end of the first half, and the Chiefs end up getting a 60-yard field goal out of it. If the game was closer, oh my God, he's lucky. That was a bonehead fucking play. And now he owned that one. To his credit, he look, I fucked that up. I was off him, but I thought they were calling. I didn't know what it was. He admitted it. My fault. Bad coaching. Okay, I'll give him credit for that. At least he didn't run from it. So that, at least a little bit in my eyes, kind of redeems him a little bit. It doesn't make up for everything, but at least he showed a little humility there for the first time.
Other bonehead coaches?
Well, there's obviously our friend from the Miami Hurricanes there who did probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen a coach do.
Yeah.
That is easily, I think, the dumbest thing I've ever seen a fucking head coach do in any fucking sport I've ever turned on. That would be women's soccer, men's soccer. That would be fucking the college volleyball, beach volleyball. Every fucking coach that could possibly exist as a coach.
That's a nice hit.
That decision that last week was the dumbest fucking coaching decision I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Okay, and just for those of you
You
who
know
are...
what he said? We don't practice that. He said we don't practice. We don't do that in practice.
For those of you who have been on the moon for the past 6 days...
Not only was it a bad decision, it's bad coaching because you're not prepared.
Miami is playing at Georgia Tech. They are clinging to a 4-point lead, but they have the ball. The game is over, and Georgia Tech has one timeout.
Minute and a half
It's
left.
first down. So...
Right, 1:30 left?
Yeah, 1:30 left. So... Instead of making, run the ball or kneel down rather, and have them burn their first time out and then just do it 3 more times and the game is over because they can't stop it again. Yeah. This dickhead, this dickhead can't call his timeout and doesn't kneel on the ball. He runs it. He runs it and there's a fumble and a turnover. So he doesn't kneel on it. He calls an actual fucking play. He runs it, and there's a fumble.
The guy gets stripped.
Georgia Tech gets the ball back.
Even though on second replay, his elbow was down.
I think it was, actually. Yeah. But still, why even put your team in that situation where that could happen?
An unnecessary risk, and yeah, it's a slim chance it happens, but man.
If I told my 9-year-old son who's never coached before that if he was coaching his buddies in this situation and he went out there, he would remember to do that. To just tell him to kneel 4 times and nothing else. My son is 9, and I guarantee you he would remember to do that. And yet this fucking guy, who probably cost his team a shot at a national championship because he did it. Because if Miami stayed undefeated, they could have gotten the playoffs. I think this will be the game, unless they win out, which they have to run into Florida State, and I don't know if they can beat Florida State. That's going to cost them a shot at a playoff. Because if they had one loss that's at Florida State, they can still get in the playoff. Losing at Georgia Tech, that kills you. That takes you out of the conversation. So. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Jeez, he had him.
He did. So give me another one. Bonehead coaching decisions. Any sport.
I mean, you brought it up earlier, but Pete Carroll not handing the ball to Marshawn Lynch is all-time blunder.
And what made it worse, he called the worst possible play. Because if you are going to throw in this situation, as we've talked about, you throw a fade to the corner. You don't throw it in the middle, across the middle, with 11 defensive people jumping up and down trying to just get a piece of it and knock it up in the air. It's too congested of an area. You're inside the 5. You don't fucking call that play. You call an in-out, like a double Z move, so he goes in, he goes out, you throw it to the pile.
Not with that run game either.
Yeah, you have Marshawn Lynch. But I'm saying, if you're not going to run it, that's the passing play you call. You don't call a quick slant into the teeth of a goal line defense.
In press coverage.
In press coverage. What you fucking kidding me? What is it, Jesus? Oh, I'm sorry. It was Aaron Rodgers on his butt cheeks. He could have done it. He could have put the ball through the needle in the haystack.
Could have thrown a football through a needle in the haystack.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers could have done that. Problem is, Aaron wasn't your quarterback. Okay, it was fucking Russell Wilson, who also had his own office, his own secretary, his own fucking masseuse, whatever was going on there.
Remember when it happened? I remember how they used to juxtapose the video. They would show the play.
Yep.
They'd show Brady on the sideline.
Yep. All he goes right to Brady.
He's like, yes.
Yeah.
Then they show Sherman on the other side.
Cry.
Richard Sherman goes,
like he smelled a really bad fart. It was like, that was one of those farts that the person who did it shit his pants.
Oh my God.
That's face. Richard Sherman's face is like one of his friends sharted himself, and Richard Sherman was like, oh, that's gonna be. That's what that is. That's the face. When I think of Richard, it's like, oh, that means your friend,
God.
when you know your friend shit himself. Because your friend makes that face when they shart. That's
literally the
face. That confused.
That is the
Richard
face.
Sherman is the guy going.
Dude, that is the face he made. It was literally like
somebody
shit in his face.
My friend just shit himself in front of his girlfriend.
In my face. Oh my God, I gotta go for a walk. Oh my God.
Well, it's true. It's not like-
The fact
that is terrible.
Okay, here's the thing that makes this funny. Okay, this is what makes this funny is that I don't think a lot of people remember what Richard Sherman's face looked like when that happened, right? Like, we're probably rare people that like remember. Do you remember the face he made?
Oh yeah, exactly.
But the fact that you described it in that way,
Yep.
and it was so accurate because I remember that too.
That's the
Just
face you would
fucking-
make if your friend shit himself. And you heard it, and he heard it, and he's looking around looking at you trying to see if you heard it, but you know you heard it, so you can't even hide it. Your reaction is, oh God, get to a bathroom quick. Somebody get this man. Somebody call. Who's got the Lysol? Hey, we got that 409, that 409 that can clip the spot.
Stop it.
It's terrible.
Fuck, they're going in for another score.
This is a Donnie. This has become a Donnie in the Brook, America.
This has become a Donesto
It was-
Esteban Brookintines.
You had me. Oh my God, I'm crying. You did. This is not that funny, but it is. Oh my God.
If you've ever just caught
You
laughter,
had me.
if you've ever caught laughter,
You had me at Esteban. Like, even the most stoned person in America knows that's made up. The drunk, the drunkest patron,
it hurts, man.
the drunkest patron at the bar knows that's bullshit.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's terrible. My fucking sides hurt.
Oh my God, my throat.
Oh man, I can't even drink.
You had me at Esteban.
You did, but then, like what the fuck? You like that is so made up. You can't even. It's the worst made up name ever.
Stop. We're changing subjects.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We were going back to the top 10 dumbest things we've ever seen. So yeah, there's that one.
Belichick's probably got 3.
He's got 3 of them at least, right? I mean, but then there's Ron Rivera.
Leaving Matt Judon in.
Yeah, that was leaving Matt Judon in when the game was out of hand. After he took Mac Jones out, which looks like he's throwing his quarterback under the bus, and then he tries to say afterwards he's not, but he left Matt Judon out there, which kind of means that he was. So it's like, and he tries to defend it, and then no one calls him on that. But anyway, whatever. He'll get fired soon enough. But then there's Ron Rivera. There's Ron fucking Rivera pulling Tyler Heineke, who was playing well, gritty, tough kid. Took Tom Brady to the fourth quarter in the playoffs when they won the Super Bowl. The kid had the moxie, all this shit. He takes him out for who?
Carson Wentz.
Who? Carson choked the chicken Wentz? That Carson Wentz? Carson bend over and take it up that Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz, if it's not sunny in 75, I can't be expected to breathe, much less perform. That Carson Wentz.
I got another one.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, dude.
And by the way, what happened in that game? They played the Jacksonville Jaguars to win and get in. The Jaguars, I think, were a 1-win team. And he goes down there and has 3 fucking picks, a fumble.
Really?
Talk about shit in the bed. That, by the way, Richard Sherman faced with a play of that also. Where he's going. Every time Carson Wentz fucks up. Every time Carson Wentz fucks up, you go right to that face. Every fucking time. That would be appropriate. If you're a Jacksonville Jaguar, I mean, if you're an Indianapolis Colt fan or whoever the fuck, and you're watching this unfold, you're going, because the second you heard it, you're like, no, that's a joke, right? That's not funny. Don't tell me that. You're playing. When you think your friend is lying to you, and then you look in the paper online, you're like, you weren't kidding. And then it's even more terrifying, like because he's Carson Wentz. I mean, he is football's equivalent of Charlie Brown. He really is.
I'm trying to think of like baseball manager decisions because there's been a lot of bad bullpen work management over the years, but it's hard to really pinpoint in a moment like this to be like, what was the worst pitching decision you've ever seen?
And the thing is, there's probably a ton of them when you think of it.
Yeah.
But
it's just hard to pinpoint.
It is because I mean,
because you don't usually remember games for a coach's screw up, unless it's on a mammoth proportion.
Yeah,
you know,
if it's
like even Grady Little.
Yeah, just taking out Pedro too early when he could have gone in the ring.
Right. It wasn't the worst thing though.
No,
because
but he was.
It was Pedro.
Is the problem was
everybody could see he was done.
But he was on fire.
I know.
And like, what are you doing? He hasn't looked this good in months. Let him fucking go. It's like, let him rip. This is Game 7. It's the Yankees. Let him rip. It's Pedro fucking Martinez. If you're gonna, you always hear that phrase. You got to dance with who you brought. So Pedro Martinez is the reason you're standing there right now. If you're gonna die with him on the, no one's gonna bitch about it.
No,
because
everybody bitched about it.
Yeah, taking him out too soon.
No, he left him in too long.
I'm sorry, he left him in too long. What it was.
Everybody, and that's the thing. It's like it is Pedro Martinez.
Yeah.
The problem is you could kind of see it was not Pedro Martinez. You know, like you could see it.
You knew what was going to happen.
Unraveling.
But the thing is, the Red Sox fans, the real ones, knew what was going to happen when they went to that bullpen. Exactly what happened. And their argument, is, look, I'd rather have a tired Pedro Martinez than any one of these fuckers you're bringing in right now. Yeah. And they'd be right about that.
A bullpen pitched well the next year, though.
Yeah, the next year they did, yeah. But everything went well
the
next year.
That's the year they won.
They had that lineup, though. That fucking lineup was sick. With fucking, because Poppy and Ramirez were in their prime.
It wasn't that crazy, though. I mean, Kevin
Leadoff. No, but the first six.
Who was it, Varitek? Like,
yeah, who was the leadoff guy? Was filthy. Varitek was good from the 9th spot. He had power.
He was fine. He wasn't.
He was good. He wasn't great, but he was good. He wasn't a bum.
No.
And then that pitching staff with fucking Pedro and Kurt Schilling, and I mean they did, Wakefield, and I tell you, they were
like Trot Nixon.
He's a dude.
They had a bunch of fucking average ass
Nixon
players.
Was the definition of dirt dog.
Dirt bag.
That too. But anyway,
he stayed dirty.
He was just dirty.
He had the fucking pine tar all over his head.
Always, yeah. You couldn't see the beak because of all the shit. Like he made him look manly.
But I feel
like
manly
man. Look at the pine tar.
70%
of the pine tar, dirty, not the symbol is a manly
70% of that team felt like that.
I know.
Was Pedroia on those teams? Or
yeah.
No? He was on that team, or he was on the later ones.
No, he was on the first. He was on 3. Yeah. He wasn't on the last one. He was retired.
Yeah. So Pedroia, I mean, he's kind of like poster boy for that.
He invented the term. Justin Pedroia was the first athlete I heard say it in public. Laser shot.
Well, when a pitcher got lit up.
Yeah, when he would start hitting, he won. By the way, Pedroia won the league MVP. Don't forget that.
How tall was he?
He wasn't tall.
5'8".
He was like Julian Edelman, 5'7". He was dirt dog, and he was a great fielder. Dustin Pedroia was one of those dudes. He was the classic, the great little guy, the little man, that guy you root for, and he becomes that guy. That's Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah. He's a beast. Did you hear the story
about
when
oh my God!
Oh, he's got him. Good throw.
Oh, he fell down. Nice throw.
Did you hear the story about I can't remember how many years into his career, but somebody called Pedroia Dustin.
Dustin, yeah.
And
Petey. It was always Petey.
Right, and Big Poppy was like, "What did he just call you?" And he was like, "Dustin, why did he call you that?" He was like, "That's my name." And he was like, "What?"
Yeah, and then there's those two. Manny Ramirez has the second best swing I've ever seen, behind Ken Griffey Jr. The two sweetest
for
swings,
a right-hander to be in the realm of a sweet lefty stroke like Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr. has got the greatest swing I've ever seen.
That thing is pure.
It's pure. It's just
fucking, God.
It's like it should be every baseball movie. That's the
It's
cover.
the smoothest
it's
fucking
the
swing.
Smoothest swing
ever.
I've ever seen in my life. And now Manny Ramirez. Hunter again, Heisman. His name's Heisman.
That
it's
looked
Heisman.
like the Terrell Owens catch.
His name is Heisman, not
I hope
Hunter.
he didn't cut his liver again.
Hunter Heisman. I mean,
No,
Heisman
legit,
Hunter?
Legit, that looked like the T.O. catch.
You know, like they have Martian Manhunter, like Justice League. This is Heisman Hunter.
Yo, do you remember when
This is that
T.O.
dude.
made the catch in the playoffs?
Yeah, with
the
Green Bay, went
Niners?
bang bang. Yeah,
And he got hit
greatest
over
catch,
watch
greatest
this
catch
hit,
of
watch
T.O.'s
this hit.
career. Oh yeah, and he held on to it.
Ooh.
Tough kid. You know, he took the pop. Look at him.
It reminded me of that T.O.
By the way,
catch.
that kid right there, that's why I want the Patriots to suck and draft him, because that kid's a winner.
You know,
he knew he was going to get hit, and he took the hit and caught
you
it
know
anyway.
he had a lacerated liver on that one play with Colorado State?
Yep.
That's fucked up about that hit. I know they buried the hatchet. That's still fucked
Well,
up.
the kid called him and apologized, so at least he did that.
They met up.
Yeah, well, at least he did that.
I know. It just sucks that he did it. you
No,
know?
and that's why, but he knew that.
Yeah.
He called him. He went to go. He arranged a meeting. He wanted to see him. Oh, by the way, that's kind of stand-up-ish to do. You don't see that in this day.
I
and
know.
age.
It just sucks
At
that it
least
got to a point where
No,
he made a cheap shot.
But look,
you know?
it's a rivalry game. They hate each other. They've been hearing about this team all fucking week. They're sick of it. I can see how it happened. I'm not condoning it. It was wrong. It was wrong. But I can see how it happened. Because the
So
hype
you
on-
could also see forgiving him, you're saying?
Yes. If he did that to me, I would forgive him. If he called me and said, look,
I fucked up.
I would forgive him for that. Because he owned it.
Yeah.
Guy owns it. You're like, all right. At least because the worst thing is when someone doesn't own it. Then you're like, really
I just hope he didn't get hurt again there because he really took a big
tough
shot.
kid. And that was a clean hit, by
he's
the way. It was
not
a
that
clean
big.
hit. He didn't leave with the helmet. It was a clean
good hit because
yep.
he's
got
coming
John the
up
ball
with-
loose.
Right.
Yeah, it's a job.
Yeah, I think he hit him right at point of contact.
Yep. It was a good hit.
He got an unnecessary roughness
I'll
because
tell you right now,
because he was defenseless.
there are a
but
lot
that
of
wasn't
receivers that
dirty.
would have dropped that ball.
That wasn't a dirty hit.
No, it wasn't. It was a clean hit, and it was a good timing hit. And that kid's special. That's why he held on to it. A lot of
But
receivers would
you
have
know he
lost
got a penalty called on him for
Yeah.
that hit.
Did he leave with his head?
No, it's just he was defenseless.
Oh.
But
The thing is, you're supposed to do that.
exactly.
You can't let him catch it. And by the way, he timed it perfectly. Fuck.
But they're trying to
Yeah.
eliminate those hits, which
well,
I can't blame them for that.
No, the ribs. I get it. I played that position. I get it. And by the way, it hurt every time. So, but back to the 10 dumbest decisions. Then, the other one that comes into my mind is who was it? It was Joe Mazzulla last year. Oh my fucking god!
Which one?
That's which one? There's more than one.
No, I don't know. I don't know which one you're talking about.
There's off the top of my head, there's two of them. But anyway, the first one, hold on, it was in the playoffs. Actually, it was against Golden State. Well, he wasn't him. It was after him. It was Missoula. Not Missoula. It was
Udoka?
Udoka. It was him in the finals against Golden State when he kept calling Marcus Smart's number and Smart kept fucking missing. And on top of it, the Golden State figured this out and they left. They didn't leave Tatum and Brown. They let Smart go one-on-one because they knew the Celtics couldn't beat them if he is taking the shots. Marcus Smart took 29 shots in one of those games. Did you know that? Marcus Smart took 29 shots in an NBA Finals game with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on the floor with him.
How many shots did they take?
Neither one of them was at 29.
Under
I think
20,
I think
assume, right?
I think Tatum had 21 attempts and Jaylen Brown had 16 attempts. And Marcus Smart took 29 shots.
I'll be back.
This pee break again.
Brought to you by
The Good Doctor and the pinnacle of excellence, the pinnacle of succulence. Here's the thing. When you rip like this, what's going through your head right now is, what can I eat? What can I eat? And the first thing you think of, obviously, is chips, right? And in lieu of chips, there's no chips in the house. Then it's like, all right, what sweets can I eat? Right? I think, at least in that case, I think chips first, then sweets. Some people, I think, do it opposite, where they think sweets first, then chips, or something like that. And here's the best one. If you have a leftover of something that's good and you throw it in the microwave, but it's got to be something you love, obviously. Or if it's like, say there's 10 wings in there. I like these barbecue wings that fucking, and I throw them in the microwave. That's fucking spectacular. Or if you have, for me, in terms of the chips, it's the Cape Codders. The Cape Codders for you Bostonians up there, the Cape Codders. Now, obviously, if you're not in Boston or in the Northeast, New England, right? Then it becomes about Lay's potato chips, and Pringles is the other one. because Pringles now has all these different flavors and they got the whole fucking can. It's perfect. So there's that one. There's one Pringles or Lay's in lieu of if you're in New Orleans, you got the Cape Cod up there. Anyway, he's back. And we're back to those. I was talking about the conundrum you have when you are stoned, sweets or chips. When you get back into the house, it's terrible. It's terrible reality. But it's going to happen.
I've always been a savory man myself.
Could be. I'm saying, if you have a leftover something you really like, you just throw it in the microwave. It's fucking perfect, right?
I've been fighting back against the cravings.
I get it. No, and you should be. But I'm saying this is the conundrum normally when you're stoned.
Back under $3.
When you go, you're under $3.
I'm back under.
See, making progress, America. That's right.
I'm trying not to focus too much on how fast I'm doing it because. No. Typically, I do it fast, and then eventually just...
My dad taught me a great lesson, but I didn't learn it until I was later on in life. Forget the destination, just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey.
That was his philosophy?
Well, he learned that. He's like, at one point it became like a job, and I forgot why I did it, because I loved it. My father loved football. Yeah. If he could have done one thing for the rest of his life, it would have been football related. My father, God rest his soul. And I get that. So I have the conundrum of football and basketball. I have a tough decision because I love them both. But with this, when you come in there and you have this, and for me it's like Cape Cod potato chips. The first thing, do I have Cape Cod potato chips in my house? And if not, do I have Pringles? Do I have Lay's? And if I have nothing that I like, then it's like sweet. Then I switch to sweet. Sweet is number 2 for me. Mm-hmm. But some people, I think it's the other way around. Some people it's sweets first, and then if they can't find the sweets, then it's like, I guess it depends on who you are. But you're not wrong either way. But to me, the key is if you have that leftover something that's really fucking good, and there's a lot of it, and you just throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes, at that point you're in fucking heaven. You've reached heaven. It really is. Now it's like,
the pinnacle.
It's a pinnacle. You're just so happy. You're like, seriously, think about some of the happiest. This is pathetic, but it's true. This is some of the happiest moments in my life. I was sitting on my couch on a Friday night. It is 2 a.m. I just come in from a Jedi session, and we're drinking, have a good night, and it's like the end of a great night, but you're still and you're hungry, and that thing that you love is in the fucking fridge the most. Whether it's wings,
those are my top 10 happiest moments.
It is. And you get Sports Center, I just sitting there like,
it's nice, but it's temporary.
It's wonderful. You have no responsibility. You wake up, it's worst mistake I ever made was growing up.
Dude, last Sunday, that was a great Sunday.
It really was. It truly was.
That was a great Sunday. It was a great weekend.
Yeah, we had a fun weekend. This is going to be a great weekend, too, I think.
We recorded with Pete on Friday night till the wee hours.
If you haven't seen those episodes, by the way.
To the wee hours. I mean, that was fun.
That was fun. It was good. I miss Pete. Pete's my best friend. Whenever we go at it, it's fun.
No, but the best part is the organic conversations that come from the random shit talking.
Yes. And they're epic.
Yeah,
they're epic.
They're legitimate. Epic. Like, hold on a second. I've never thought about that. And I think it's bullshit. Yeah. Let's talk about it. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Those are the ones you remember.
Okay, and then beyond that,
they're fucking great.
Me shooting free throws and then us playing basketball on Sunday was fun too. I know you were pissed at me.
I was not pissed at you. I wasn't, dude. I wasn't.
That shit was fun.
I was like, when I said, like, how did you think you were gonna shut him out, dude? You're on one leg. You're fucking stoned. Oh, you can't feel your 2 toes, and you haven't played in 5 fucking years. Oh, I was gonna shut him out. I got the 3-0. I'm like, I actually am going to shut him out. And then he fucking hit a step back. I'm like, why did I agree to this? I can't even fucking move. And then I go and he hits me and I fucking fell like I got pushed out of a... And again, it wasn't when I was so fucking stoned. Like, when you were stoned and someone hits you, it's like 1,000 times worse than it actually is. He pushed me once. I thought he threw me off out of a moving car. It was fucking ridiculous. And I'm like...
I mean...
It was just...
Okay, so my only defense was to throw my body weight at you.
Like every time I left the ground, I never ended up in the same direction I was going in. And I'm like, and I said to myself, because I've been played like that before, so I'm like, that's not the big, but you're like, fuck. What did you hit me with a bat? Yeah, and he didn't hit me with a bat, but it feels that way when you're fucking stoned. Like everything's magnified by a factor of 10.
Okay, now to be fair, anytime I hit you on the arm, I called the foul.
Now,
myself.
this is where I gave him credit because he just turned around and gave me the ball.
That's
he
right.
knew.
He
knew.
I wasn't going to give you my body blows.
No.
That was not a foul to me, even though it is a foul.
It is a foul.
But
the hip checks.
Anytime I hit you on the arm and like your shot went like
fucking ball.
6 feet left,
it was like a fucking drunk guy with a pen.
Because it was funny because the guys would always be like, "Ooh," and I was like, "No, I fucking raped him."
Yeah.
But that was fun.
The best one when Brian goes, "I've stopped watching." Like anyone gives a fuck about Brian Kovac.
When did he say that?
Like I don't know. We were playing you. I think it was 4-4, and he goes, "I've stopped watching RJ," and I'm like, "What? What did he say?" I'm like, I didn't realize we were doing this to satisfy you.
We definitely
It
were.
had nothing to do with you. So sit down and shut the fuck up.
Two old assholes wanting to play.
Yeah, wanting to play. And it's like, and both. Well, he wasn't stoned. I was fucking wrecked. Pete and I were smoking in DJ's garage. Like, by the way, DJ, thanks for that. That was wonderful stuff. But the thing is, here's the other problem. When that stuff wore off, everything fucking hurt.
Oh yeah.
Like when I was stoned, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm fine." And all of a sudden, when I like fucking my left leg is hurt all week.
My pinky.
My left leg, though, I swear to God, I don't know when it happened. I feel like he hit me with a bat. My left leg, all fucking week long, has hurt.
That's funny.
And I'm like,
I'm sorry.
It's
was
like,
that your Achilles leg?
No.
Okay,
and that's
good.
the one thing that I was encouraged by is that my Achilles actually held up. But I still can't feel my two toes.
I think we could go down here and play 2-on-2 against people.
Oh, we'd clean up. Because the thing about me is once I start playing again, it all comes back. It's just, yeah, and it wouldn't be like, all right, do you guys going to double him or is just going to score 100?
Well, and then the thing is, you just get it low enough to where anything you miss, you're taller than anybody out there.
Well, it's like I can play. My father, who was an amazing coach, taught me to play at all three levels. Facing the basket, mid-range, three-point, and post-up. I can play from any level on. This is why I love my father, because I can tell when a guy has game. And Kobe had it, Bird had it, Tatum had it. They could play. They were truly. James developed it later. LeBron James didn't have a post game when he got in the league. He's got one now, so he's developed into a three-level scorer. But Bird, Jordan, what's his name, Dr. J. These guys were three-level scorers, and they could do it. They could face you up. They could take you off the dribble, and they could post you up. There's just that's Jason Tatum now, Kevin Durant now, LeBron's become that. Those guys those are truly the great guys. Those guys can't be guarded because they're just going to look at who's guarding him and look at him, and they're going to just decide by his height and his quickness how they're going to attack him. Yeah. And by the way, if they have that in their game, that guy's fucked. Guy's fucked. It's just fucked. It doesn't even matter because he can just take what he has over you and he'll fucking kill you with it. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, you're quick, fine. I'll back you down.
I'll just back you down.
Oh, you're slow, fine.
Oh,
I'll
you're
go
bigger.
around
It's
you.
all go right around you. Like those guys. When you say that's what a three-level score is, truly. And that's why. And the problem with today's game is most guys don't have a post game. Isaiah Thomas could post up a guard. I would watch him post up Mark Price, who was like 5'11", because he was small. He would post up.
Mark Jackson used to
Mark
do that.
Jackson could do it too.
Mark Jackson couldn't shoot.
Yeah, but he had a post game too, though.
Up, yeah.
And by the way, when he played, St. John's, he was a stud. He could go by everybody off the dribble, and he had a pull up too. He had a pull up jump shots. Why he lasted so long? But these guys had complete games. Now the low post is a lost art. That's why whenever I see somebody down there, I get excited because you don't fucking see it for 45 minutes.
Well, in college right now, there's been a little bit of a...
You actually, kudos to him. Tom called this. The return of the big man. He spotted it kind of first.
Return of the big man.
They're by the way, they're coming. And they're, next year...
Who was it? It was the kid from Purdue.
Illinois. Kobe Cockburn there. Who went,
Well, Cockburn was...
Yeah. He had to go overseas.
Like a year early.
Yeah, a year before.
Well, remember Purdue?
Yep.
Duke.
Who's
He's got like, is it a Polish name? Zielinski or?
I think so, yeah.
Not
He's tall.
Zielinski,
He's like, yeah. I mean,
there's a lot of big men out there.
and it's coming back. They're posting up more. Yeah. It's coming back, and so the best thing that happened for guys that appreciate that is Jokic and Denver winning because he does that.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't do it a lot, but he does it enough where it's noticeable now. And the NBA is like any other league; it's a copycat league. If they see somebody doing it, they're going to find somebody that can emulate it, or if they don't already have them. And that's the thing. So I love that because as much as I love Steph Curry, where am I? Oh, I'm on the court. All right, fuck it. I'm going to shoot it from anywhere. If Steph Curry can do that, most guys can't. I mean, you watch the Boston Celtics lose a title because of it. It drives you up a fucking wall. Okay.
Steph can legitimately do it.
No, he can do it. There's Damon Lillard, I think, can do it. There's a couple guys that can do it. But not everybody can do it, okay? So Klay Thompson can do it.
J.J. Redick would have you believe he could do it.
No, because he can't take you off the dribble. He's a distance-wise, yeah, but he can't beat you off the dribble. He is strictly come off a screen or against a zone. He's what they call a zone buster. You put him on the wing against a guy that can beat everybody, and you leave him open. He's the guy you gamble on, and he fucking kills you. Because he will. Because he can shoot if he's wide open. He had a 15-year career because of that shit. So, I mean, but he's not a 3-level scorer. Or he can't. He can't. Yeah.
He's a shooter.
He's just a shooter. Lillard and Steph, they are playmaker, ball players. So, I mean, there's a couple others like that.
You take Steph over Lillard, right?
Big, yeah.
Right?
Yes, I would. Lillard hasn't proven. Look, now Steph had Klay Thompson, who's a top 5-6 shooter in the history of this league, in my opinion.
That's crazy to think.
Because there's two of them in the top.
The best shooter ever had a top 5
top 10. He's top 10. He's no worse than top 10. I'll say that because those are the guys I'm forgetting. I'll say top 10 because I haven't got the list.
Right.
He's
even top 10. I mean, no,
I'm saying he's top 10.
To be the greatest shooter of all time,
and you have him,
even have somebody in the top 20 next to you.
It would be 30, 40.
And he's got somebody in the top 10, maybe top 5.
There are guys like Ray Allen was like that. Sure, Ray Leonard was like that. Reggie Miller was like that. There are guys that are
but they didn't have anybody with them that
No,
shot
that's
like
where Steph has an unfair advantage because he has that dude on the other side. But I mean,
that doesn't help your shot.
Yes, it does. You know why?
What?
Because you can't lead. You have to pick your poison. You have to. You can't. If there's a guy up top that can beat a guy up dribble, and you have to leave one of them to help, and then you got to choose which one you leave. So they've got Mitchell.
Steph never faces a double team.
Well, not when Thompson's out there. Yeah. No, when he's not.
Nowadays. Yeah. Nowadays, I'd let Klay shoot.
I'm not knocking Steph. Steph has elevated the game in that level. But the happy medium will be when we also see post play because right now it's one or the other. It's one extreme. It wasn't that they didn't take them, but with the frequency. You weren't taking more threes than twos. Let's put that way.
Another one.
Oh my God. Well, Tom got his wish, America. Updating the college, what started out as a joke has turned into a Donnie, or as he put it, what did you say? what was it? Donatello, Esteban Julio.
Oh, shit. What did I say? Donesto.
Esteban.
Brookentines.
That would be Donnie Brook for those of you who have never seen the show before.
Brook.
If you look on our Facebook page, you see I actually put the definition of Donnie Brook up there because that's one of our call signs and so our call signature, whatever you want to call it, catchphrases. Yes. Like right now, we have a Donnybrook right now.
We have a legitimate
dude,
Donnybrook.
5 minutes to go. Let's set the scene here. Colorado, who was up 29-0, is now clinging to a 3-point lead. It is 36-33, and there's 5 minutes left.
It's insane.
Now, see, wouldn't the blowout have been nicer? Now we're sitting here on eggshells praying to God they don't blow this. Because if they lose this game, it'd be catastrophic.
But, dude, if I'm going to watch something, I need there to be a little juice in it.
Do you realize if they do lose this game, this could almost undo everything he's done?
No.
Yeah. This team is bottom of the barrel. You can't lose at home to this team.
It's not going to undo everything he's done.
They had a 29-0 lead.
It's not going to undo everything.
Their best player is back.
Shedeur is going to end this game.
Dude, this shouldn't be this close.
I understand, but it is.
It was 29-0 at the half.
Notre Dame lost to who?
Undefeated Louisville, who's ranked.
Thank you.
These guys are.
That's exactly my
versus
point.
What? there's never a Richard Sherman cry.
Thank you for proving me right.
No, wrong. More wrong.
What?
Wrong.
Me? No. Oh never.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Me wrong?
You're as wrong as that Miami Hurricanes.
Remember that Green Mile actor? Shorty Do-Up? Little tiny?
Good Lord.
He was only 6'5", 330.
That was another one. That was an epic Tom right there. He's like 5'10". Wait, he's 6'5".
At least I owned it.
You had no choice. It was on camera.
Well, fuck you. Y'all didn't know him when you talked all that shit about LeBron getting a bronze medal, and then we found out he didn't even play.
Well, he got 2, but he didn't play a lot in that first one. The first
one where he got the bronze.
first one I give you. The second one shouldn't happen though either.
The
first one I give, the second one that shouldn't happen because he was older.
Agreed.
The first one I get you because he was a rookie and there were other guys.
And Pop didn't play him.
No, he didn't.
And really, if you want to criticize anybody, it should be
Pop.
Duncan and Pop.
Well, Duncan more so. Duncan's the best player in that group. Duncan's the one that's in. Tim
Duncan
is a top 10 player in the history of this league. He is one of 6, and this is what I threw in Joel's face. Listen, America. He is one of 6 players in NBA history, Tim Duncan. Okay, and I'll give you the other 5 so you understand his greatness. To win a league MVP, at least 2 league MVPs, at least 2 championships, and 2 Finals MVPs. There are only 6 men in the history of the NBA that have done that. Okay, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry fucking Bird. Okay, and then who was the? Tim Duncan is the 5th one, and then there's a 6th guy. Who's the 6th
LeBron?
guy? Was he? No, because yes, LeBron James. 6 of them. Listen to that 6 again.
Elite.
Okay, now again, to be fair to Russell and Chamberlain, the league MVP award didn't exist when they were playing.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, the Finals MVP didn't exist when they were playing. Okay. So, because obviously they both would have won too, at least. So, them aside.
Right.
But think about those 2.
They're all-time greats.
They're all-time. They're both. By the way, they're both in the top 10 too. Don't worry. But these 6 also are. And so to do that, Tim Duncan is one of those dudes. So to his point about this first bronze medal that he got, he was not the man on that team. It was Tim Duncan.
He was a kid.
He was a kid. He was 19. We're being honest. He was 19. So look, as much as I like the basketball, I always try to be a fair guy. That's not on him. But the second one,
Sure.
that one's on him. Because that one, he is the best player on that team.
They shouldn't have needed Kobe.
Nope. That should never have had to happen.
Yeah.
And I think Kobe knows it to this today, his dying day. You know, I think everybody knew it. They're like, why does he have to come back at 30-something because you dickheads can't take your head out of your ass? Because honestly, that's what that was. They call it the redeem team. So like Kobe Bryant showed up old school, slapped upside the head. That's how you do this, you dumbasses.
But he didn't
Can't believe I have to fucking give up my summer and do this again.
Kobe didn't even do it like that. Kobe just went there and showed them.
Do you remember the gold medal game when they played against who?
Oh, yeah, when he hit Pau Gasol.
He dropped Pau Gasol.
No.
And LeBron James and Dwayne Wade both tell the story.
They said they were like, what?
They're like, nah, he tripping. That's his best
Yeah,
team.
that's his-
And then
that's his
fucking,
brother.
then they show the play. Fucking jacks him
Dude,
up.
if I
Fucking.
was Pau, I
Did you
would've been
hear
pissed. I
that?
would've been pissed.
Oh yeah, he
If I was
fucking
Pau.
bam. And
If I was Pau, I would have turned on him right then.
Yeah. Now this is where I give Pau credit because that I'll tell you right now, he's a better man than me because that's what I would do.
He
Like,
still respected him?
Because he knew why he was doing it. He knew why he was
that.
there. I'm not.
I would have fought back.
I get that. And I also, by the way, I get why Kobe did it because Kobe was trying to show these idiots to win to win the world champ or gold medal.
It was a
you have
tactic.
to. It was a tactic.
It was a tactic.
And he made a point. By the way,
That is true. It was a tactic.
He showed them how far he was willing to go to win. And that's what they didn't believe when they saw it. They were like, then they had no choice but to jump on. They're like, all right, it's on now. All right.
I've never been that type of person.
No, but I have, so I understand it. Because to win championships, I'll brag about my 4 state championships. Not maybe we'll have 4 state championships. I'll brag about it forever. To win championships in a state like that with a 9 million population, you have to have this attitude.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, and look, I get why. Most people don't. Let's be honest. Most people don't have that in them. That fuck
I don't
you.
know. I think I have.
I don't care if we ever speak again. Fuck.
So
you.
I think I have moments of that.
I think everybody has.
I think I have moments of that, but like overall, it's not my outlook.
It only works in that setting. Put it that way. You try that in any other aspect of your life, that's going to blow up in your face. It can only work. And again, not everybody. There's other ways to win. That's not the only way you win. But for people that are old, like that's how you fucking win. Because that's your opponent, and your opponent has to understand something. It's going to be you or me, and it ain't going to be me. There's that genuine, and that's why we were just talking about this. The rivalry. Do you think about the Knicks series with the fucking Heat and there was a fucking fuck you there. And it would hit every fucking game, especially in that epic 92 7-game series when New York just kept fighting back, and Chicago kept thinking they were done, and the next game go, fuck you. It was that was an epic series. But that's why. Because every fucking guy on those teams, that's how they felt about their opponent. And you don't have that now.
Charles Oakley hated everybody.
Yes, he did. Charles Oakley hated his own family, I think. Charles Oakley didn't like nobody. If you weren't bringing him prime rib, Charles Oakley didn't give a fuck who you were. By the way, Charles, that one I agree with you on. But
I used to love Oakley.
Oh, he's a heck of a player.
He got a bad. One of those guys that was like, I just respected the way he did shit.
Yeah.
He was just a tough motherfucker.
He was not a showboater. He was the guy that just got it done. He was a worker. He was, I'm just going to do it. I don't need fucking 20 cameras around me. I don't have fucking 8 interviews after every game. And, did you take a piss today? Yeah, it was fine. How was yours? None of that shit. No, he was a worker. Blue collar. Uh-oh.
Man, that guy's fast. Is
Dude,
that the running back?
Colorado has burners on the outside. If they ever get an interior or front seven or defense or offensive line.
That must have been a running back, right?
Yeah, he's a running back. He's good, too. He's
Dylan Edwards.
Yeah. Colorado is clinging to a 3-point lead. It's 1st and 10. They have the ball.
They need to end this game.
They do.
Long drive and a score.
Well, let's hope
7.
This is no way they should have come to this.
No, they fucked up.
They fucked up. They should have put that team away. They didn't. Look, they're a young team. Let's be fair. This is not a fucking seasoned group of veterans. 68 new guys on the roster, for Christ's sake. Got 80. So, I mean.
I know Deion's pissed, though.
Yeah, he is pissed, and he should be. He should be. So
I wonder what his message was at halftime.
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't take your foot off the gas.
Of course not.
I would assume he didn't blow up. He probably said, look, 2 halves. Great first half. We got 1 more to go. Don't take your foot. Probably said, don't take your foot off the gas. I wouldn't be shocked if he
Can they run the ball to end this game?
Yeah, they can. They don't have to throw it. Look at that hole. The first down.
Jeez, barely.
Oh, he got it. But it was 2nd down. Anyway, so we're at like number 6 or 7, just quickly, because I can just go to Bill Belichick, coaching decisions. The benching. Did we mention the Malcolm Butler one, or did we mention the
We mentioned Pete Carroll.
the Pete Carroll one? Oh yeah.
Maybe not Malcolm yet.
The Malcolm Butler one in the Super Bowl against the Eagles, where Brady threw for a Super Bowl record 505 yards, but it didn't matter because they lost 41-33 because Bill's all-world defense lost their best player. I'm sorry, they didn't lose him. Bill took him out. Bill took him out because in one of the practices during Super Bowl week, he got into an argument, not a fist fight. Okay, not nothing. He didn't break the law. No, he's got an argument with a coach about something in a game plan. And Bill Belichick took that as a teaching moment. And what he taught the world was, I don't care if Tom Brady is my quarterback. I can find a way to fuck it up if you dare me. And that is what he did. He took out his best cover corner, Nick Foles. Have any of you heard of Nick Foles since that Super Bowl, by the way? Or anything that he's done that's mattered, relevant, or anything else since that one Sunday? No. You know why? Because nobody else is that fucking monumentally stupid, okay? No one else has an ego like that. No one else doesn't understand that a team moment is not to say my way or the highway. That's not a team moment. That is Bill's team, and fuck you if you don't get in line, okay? The team thing is 45-1, Bill. So what you do is you pull him in your office, you ream him out, but you don't bench him at the sacrifice of 44 other guys, or you fine him if you really feel that strongly about it. But you don't bench him in favor of all people, Matt Patricia? Of all fucking people, Matt the moron. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy fucking shitballs. Or as Sergeant was a sergeant in Full Metal Jacket, Jesus H. Christ. What is that? What the fuck is that? A jelly donut. A jelly donut? Fucking, that's what that is. So, anyway, that's Bill Belichick's one of his dumbest moments of all time. By the way, the Eagles completed a Super Bowl record 86% on 3rd down. The 07 Patriots didn't do that. The 89 49ers didn't do that. The fucking 2001 Greatest Show on Turf Rams didn't do that. There's not one historic offense in the history of this game that did what this Philadelphia team with a backup quarterback did. That's how monumental that fuck up was. Okay? That's Bill fucking Belichick. And it's Belichick, not Chick. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm looking at one. I had to look up one when
What?
Ben McAdoo ended Eli Manning's 210 consecutive start streak to put Geno Smith in.
Why?
Exactly.
For what? What's Geno Smith? Geno Smith?
Yes.
Why? What was the situation?
He wanted to see what Geno was made of. So the Giants were 2-9.
He wanted to.
Giants stunk anyway. He wanted to get a look at Geno Smith.
He
also wanted to draft Patrick Mahomes, apparently, Ben McAdoo.
No, I can't hold that against him.
And you look at Geno now, would you rather have him or Daniel Jones?
Well, Geno's got weapons around him.
That's true.
By the way, Geno Smith, for you don't know, he's the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks now.
That's true.
He's got DK fucking Metcalf. He's got Lockett, and they drafted the top receiver, Jigma from Ohio State. His third receiver is better than a lot of. He's already won on 26 teams in this league. Fucking crazy. Versus Danny Dimes, whose only gun is hurt. And then he has a line that's probably the worst. Oh my God! I've heard what do they call it? Swiss cheese, paper towel, cupcake. All of those descriptions would describe the New York Giants' offensive line. And how do you think I'm exaggerating? 11 sacks.
In one game.
11 fucking sacks in one game to the Seattle Seahawks, who are not in the top 10 in defensive passing, I might add.
Now they are.
Well, to that game, they're number one. They vaulted 20 spots. That's how historically bad.
Dude,
this Giants line is.
They were talking to the offensive line coach today.
Yeah.
And
awful. I had to make me a drink. I didn't have a drink.
It's been really annoying so after the special team shit the bed a couple weeks ago, they started talking to the special teams coordinator and they're like, how do you feel about the pressure of this position? And he's like, and he always makes this face. Pressure? I mean, yeah, Dable's on my ass all the time, but I like that. Why wouldn't I want that? Pressure? This ain't pressure. Then they talked to the offensive line coach. They asked him, how do you deal with, the criticism? And he said, when I went home last week, my wife booed me. That's more pressure than anything.
My wife booed me.
And I'm like, these candy ass motherfuckers.
My wife booed me.
They are the reason the team stinks. Yeah. Well, maybe it's the talent level. Maybe I'm putting too much on the coaches.
The New York Giants front office has swung and missed 11 straight years. Swung and missed.
But you can't.
11 straight years.
But it's different front offices.
The only streak comparable to that is Bill Belichick from 2013 to 2023 drafting 2 Pro Bowlers in that window of time. One was a fucking punter, and the other one was a kick returner.
Who was the kick returner?
I don't remember his fucking name. They put his name up on the screen. I didn't remember him. He was probably there for 2 years, and they fucking Bill wouldn't pay him, and he left. Just
never caught another pass again.
Never again. No. So fucking the Giants, 11 years missing the front of it. Not one fucking guy. There's 5 spots in that fucking line. Not one fucking guy has lasted or been a Pro Bowler. Not one guy. You're gonna miss. That means you have to miss 5 times every fucking year. Because not one fucking offensive lineman has been a Pro Bowler for the fucking Giants in 11 fucking years. Not one. That's unbelievably bad. So I get why he gets mad at the coach, but if the engine's running, there's nobody behind the wheel. It's like, what the fuck? What is the guy who's on the front bumper supposed to do? What's he supposed to do? He can't stop it. It's behind him. Fucking, it's above him. And so the Giant front office needs to fire. I would fire my entire fucking scouting department. How the fuck can you miss that many times?
No, but I mean, I hope the staff is only 2 years old. Less than 2 years. Because the GM and the coach just came in.
They did. So he hasn't really. Yeah,
year.
You can't
blame the past 10 years.
You can't judge him off one. No. One's too early. It's too soon. If these guys develop into something, then he could be
their
wrong.
first draft was before last year.
Yeah.
So they made the playoffs last year.
They did. So, yeah.
This year does not look good.
No, they don't. They had a problem. They had the toughest schedules in the league. Number one.
Looks like they were playing over their head last year.
And the other thing is the offensive line is getting exposed right now because they kind of window dressed it and got around it last year. And Saquon had a great year.
Yeah.
And Danny Dimes had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
So both the 2 guys behind center had a great year, which made them look better than they were. Yeah. And it kind of got masked until they ran into Philly, and then it got exposed. But there's no shame in that. Philly was one of the best teams. Was the best team, I thought.
I know, but then opening the season with a 40
no, at home, that one against Dallas at home is the one that really ticks me off about them. I get the one on the road, but at home against Dallas like that, Now, talk about fucking pooping yourself.
And Arizona beat Dallas. You're better than Arizona.
You're better than Arizona. You went in Arizona and fucking proved it. And you only played a half of football and beat them.
You spotted them 20.
It's like that to be that mentally like what? Come on. This is what we talk about, just earlier about getting pissed off and pride and go, fuck these assholes. If you've lost to somebody 10 times in a row, if you have a shred of competitiveness in your body, then
you want to beat them.
You beat the fuck you.
It's
You're
just
sick
like,
of it. You're
just
fucking
like when the
sick of it.
Commanders beat Baltimore in the preseason, because everybody was talking all that shit about how Baltimore had won 20-something preseason
It's like an
games in a row.
8-year span.
We're like, fuck them.
Yeah, and the Commanders to their
this game
credit
doesn't mean
fuck
shit,
you.
but fuck that.
Yeah, kudos to the Commanders. I thought that was dead.
I
And they brought it back in and of all things, a preseason game.
Problem is, the most important game the Commanders are going to play this year was that game in the preseason.
What are they, 2-3? 2-3. I got news to you. This league is more even than people realize.
They've already lost.
There's going to be a lot of teams knocking a lot of teams off later on in the season.
They've already lost 2 games.
I know they have.
Because of them lose. Like, they lost the game.
Yeah.
They didn't get beat.
But again, there are a lot of teams that are going to do that to themselves. Remember, more games are lost in this league than won.
You're right.
So I wouldn't. It's a little early just to be burying one team. I just can't. Look, the fucking Colts are 3-2. Nobody thought the Colts were going to win 3 games all season. So, same with Atlanta. Same with the Falcons, by the way.
But the fact that Rivera doesn't go for 2 against the Eagles. All right.
He's the problem.
I know you can.
You're
defend,
right about that.
I know you can defend that decision. I know that. I still hate it.
Where's the
And then-
answer? I can't defend his answer.
Well,
the answer was atrocious.
I know, but even the decision.
If he gave the right answer, the answer he gave was the worst thing about it.
I know, but even to me, even the right answer shows like, come on, man, you're an aggressive. Who he is when he's a good coach is aggressive.
Yeah, he's aggressive because the team takes on the identity of its coach.
So
that is true.
So to me, it means he's not even sure of his decision because 5 years ago he would have done that.
Yeah.
And then
I can't argue with
to
that.
follow that up with that pooper scooper of a performance against Chicago.
When he was in Carolina, now he had Cam Newton.
They called him Riverboat Rob.
Yeah, he was a gambler.
He was a gambler.
He was a gambler. He played to win instead of not to win.
He took risks.
He always went for it. Yeah, he's right about that. I don't know why. Again, he doesn't have a Cam Newton on that roster, but he's got talent on that roster.
He does.
They're
There's
not
a
devoid
lot
of talent
on both sides.
Yeah, they got talent
of the ball.
So you gotta, I'd rather go for it and lose than play tight to the vest and win.
Yeah, fuck that.
I rather because at least if I go for it and lose, I know I didn't hold anything back.
And but
if I play to the vest and I get lucky and I win, I don't know how I feel about that.
Dude, but he's also got to know, like, if it doesn't happen this year, and by it, I don't mean the Super Bowl. I don't even mean, like, winning a game in the playoffs, but, like, at least getting to, like, he's got to know if he doesn't get to the playoffs, it would be easy for that new ownership group to fire him.
Yeah, I mean, a win is a win. I wouldn't give a win back. I'm just saying that, like, there's a way you want to win, and there's a way that you kind of feel like, okay, well, we're not, but let's get out of here. You're not really excited about it.
A win is a win. What are you talking about?
Well, no. If you play close to the vest, you win. I'm not saying you're not disappointed with that. You just don't. It's not the same as like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going for it.
Well, you're not going to win the big
Most of the
spots.
time, if you do that, you're going to lose. But I'm saying on the off chance it actually happens.
Because it's like you're talking about the Notre Dame guy. Like
he's playing not to lose. He's cost his team 2 games.
Yeah.
And he better not do that tomorrow because that's a game they can win. They're good enough to beat USC.
And especially when you're going up against a team that, like, if you looked on paper, they're better than you. Yeah. When you have the chance to win, you have to try to win. Yeah. Like with that 2-point conversion, that was their shot to win.
It was their shot.
And then you just lay an egg against the Bears of all teams.
Yeah. I mean,
that was in Washington too, wasn't it?
It was. I'll tell you, the Bears that night, I don't know what the food pissed in their Cheerios, but they looked like a different team.
Was it Denver? Who did they play?
They blew the game to Denver. They should have won that game before. Then they.
But I'm talking about who did the Bears? Who were they coming off of? Was it that
heartbreaking loss to Denver? They should have won. They were 28-7. They fucking blew it.
And then they knew it. DC.
Yeah, they should be 2-3. They should have beat Denver. They were ahead 20-7 at the half. I mean,
do you like Fields?
I do. I don't know.
I haven't watched him.
I don't know. And again, I've heard some of his stuff, bits in there.
This is going to overtime?
Oh, my God.
I didn't even realize this.
Holy Moses.
I'm scared for Colorado right now.
Delizia Escozioso.
Shador Sanders. Oh, he didn't even shake hands.
Brothamella.
They didn't shake hands.
Did you hear that name?
Brothamella?
What the fuck is Brothamella?
Who are you talking about? Were you trying to do a Donnybrook?
Yeah.
But Brothamella's
I said Delizia Escozioso. Brothamella. You just stood there like that.
D.O.B.? Well, I was looking
You
at...
just stared at the camera.
I was watching Shador. That interaction at midfield was very weird. Delazioza?
I was like, Delazioza Estuchimana.
Brook Othello? What was it?
The thing is, I've changed these names.
So that was...
Dude, I've
So
changed
that's
these-
the Italian version.
I've
We've been
changed-
saying the Hispanic version. That was the Italian version.
I changed the names 3 times in a row.
Donatello. Eduazio.
No, it's not. Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit. This is big, dude. They got to get 7.
Oh my god.
Come on,
Let's
Travis.
get the first down. Get the first down.
Don't get hurt.
I can't believe this. Fucking. There was 29-0. Stanford looked like they were trying to get on the bus and get out of here. What the fuck is this? I don't believe this. Dude, 36-7, they outscored them in the second half. We're sitting here. And
Oh. Damn,
don't
that
fumble,
guy's got
don't
a
fumble,
nice-
don't fumble. He's quick. My God.
Don Quixote. Ambrosio. Brookenberg.
Oh my God. Would you say it was a delizia?
It was
Escuchimano. Brumacella.
broom. You're just going with the letters, not even the words.
Brumacella.
It's not a Donnybrook. It's a
Brumacella.
Dun Broom.
It's a delizia.
Donald E. Broom.
Delizia Usinski.
Dolomite.
Please score, Colorado. I don't want to see you lose this game. This would ruin my night. Oh,
Did he stay up?
yeah, his knee went down on the 3.
That's all right. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
good.
all right. It's the first down.
I don't think it is. No, they got to score.
No, I'm saying, but they have 2 more downs, 3 more downs to do it.
No, they don't. It's 3rd and goal.
That wasn't first down?
No,
Are you sure? What down do you think it is?
that
It's
that
3rd
was,
down
that
right
was
now.
second and goal.
Oh, so they have
That-
2 downs left. All right.
Well,
Well,
or they kicked a field goal.
no, you. Well, yeah. Well,
It's a tough decision.
Yeah, that's tough.
Do you think your defense can hold them to a field goal?
Problem is their defense.
They
can't.
need to score right
Their
here.
defense sucks.
They need to fucking score.
Except
right
for Hunter on that one side where he takes away. The other 10 guys are terrible.
here. Shit, this doesn't look good.
No, I don't like this call.
Wow,
He caught it. Who the fuck is that dude?
looks like a tight end.
Who the fuck is that guy? Dude, that takes balls. Who the guy hasn't caught a pass all game? Who the fuck is he?
I know who the fuck.
That's fucking
And
money.
he put it on. his ass.
Javion Antonio. Dude, that took
Esteban.
fucking stoned.
Hell yeah,
That's fucking stones,
dude.
man.
He is not scared. That's
No,
for
dude
damn
hasn't
sure.
fucking. His number hasn't been called all season.
Look at this.
When was the last time that kid caught a pass?
It's just a quick little boop.
Yeah, but he caught it in traffic. Look at this fucking
And
kid.
to make that throw to him.
Look at this tight
That
window.
was way before he took the
Yeah,
step too.
fucking kid's got stones. All right, there you go,
Up
Colorado. I'm impressed. That's impressive. Who the fuck that kid was?
Antonio.
Antonio.
He's big.
Yeah, he look. You
Tall.
said borderline tight end.
Yeah, he looks like a tight end.
He's Juju Smith-Schuster when he had 2 good knees.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what?
Giant spider.
Do I have to run over there again?
Yes. Should I kill it?
Yes. Where is he?
Right there. I gotta go to the bathroom. We're an hour. We're an hour in.
We gotta break this up.
We should have stopped.
We should have stopped. This is the power of Yoda. The Jubilee with Jobu. And I can't think of anything to say with that's synonymous with Betty right now, so I'm not gonna triple down on this. The first 2 were cheesy enough. Anyway, we're an hour in. You can tell it is a freestyle Friday. Freestyle frothal. Giggle Smoke. That's why I went as Halloween last year. The last name was Giggle Smoke. That's Giggle Smoke. Oh, I have to wear my peace thing. Next show we do, I'll have my, gotta bring back my bling, my blingity bling bling bling. Just to let those of you know who don't know, because if you don't know, you don't know. And of course, then you don't know. And since you don't know, you just don't know. You know? Anyway, Colorado has scored. It is 43-36 in overtime. I want to see the defense.
Laughing about our stupid ass names. Dude, that time. Oh my God! Did they just score?
Did
God
he
damn
fucking
it.
catch that?
That was on Hunter too.
In one play, they scored.
1st and 15.
All right, we're going to end this segment because
Fuck.
I don't want to see us cry on the air.
Shit.
This is going to second overtime.
If you're them, do you go for 2?
I don't know.
It seems like they
Doesn't
score
seem like
at will.
Colorado can stop you, so I don't know.
No, then you just kick it.
We'll return next Tuesday. We'll review our picks over the weekend, and we will obviously
Caught it around his
we'll
head.
review crazy. We will also review college football. What happened this weekend? The Donniebrooks abound. And Sunday, Patriots, are they alive? Are they dead? G-Men show any fight? All that stuff. But until then, you guys enjoy the weekend. We obviously are off to a great start. For the redoubtable one himself, the highly questionable Roger Milacho. And by the way, if you like us, hit that little button that starts with SUB on the bottom there. And let us know.
Sub it up. What do we call it? Sub it up.
Sub it up.
You got to sub up.
Sub it up.
You got to sub
Sub it
up.
up. You have it in you. Sub it up. I believe. I believe in you. So
Sometimes you got to sub up.
Yeah.
You know.
So you guys stay loose. We'll see you on Tuesday night. Enjoy the football.
Yikes, Colorado.
Yowza, Colorado.
Yowza.